Yo, microphone check 1, 2. I don't really give a fuck. Yo, what up, Zach?
I had to brush my teeth, y'all. I just finished eating, man. I'm about to finish up with some floss. Shut up, Allie. Shut up. Hey, Allie, I'm gonna buy you some deodorant. I like you. I'm gonna buy you some deodorant. Just tell me where to ship it to. If you got like a P.O. box or something, I'm gonna get you a year supply of deodorant. I know you need it. You stink every single morning. I don't understand how you could live like that. You don't get tired of stinking? That's just all you know, huh? Is stinking. What's up, Kofre? Did I say your name right? Kofre Sinfando. Where you from, man? Did you do a 90-day juice fast before going into whole mono meal fruit diet? No, I didn't do that. I never did a juice fast before doing anything. I don't know why people say why people recommend doing that. I know Allie don't brush her teeth. If you don't care about how your body smell, I know you don't care about how your mouth smell. I know you got bad breath too. People who eat fruits don't have a discipline to do only juice. Allie, shut up. That don't even make sense. You don't have a discipline to eat food. Now prove me wrong. Show me you could eat just food for 2 weeks. I bet you can't even eat just food for a day. Juicing is easy. Juicing is also addictive. I actually lost a Facebook friend over juicing. I lost a Facebook friend over juicing. Her name is Dragon Mama, Tracy something. She go by Dragon Mama, but her name is Tracy something. And like I would talk about juicing and how juicing is addictive and how juicing is unnatural, which it is, and talk about how when you juice, you're destroying nutrients in the fruit and you're only extracting the juice and you're throwing all the rest of the fruit away and you're throwing all those important nutrients away. And she just snapped one day when I, when I said that. She snapped. And then she blocked me, unfriended me, unfollowed, everything. But it's addictive. I know juicing is addictive because I remember when I tried to stop juicing. Well, I don't drink anything now. But when I was, drinking juice, I remember what I went through to get off of it. It's addictive. Juicing is easy. I could do that shit all day. That's a breeze. It's harder to just eat the fruit in its natural state the way nature gave it to us. That's why I stopped juicing, because nature didn't give me juice. Nature didn't give me juicing, like you need machinery to create juice. It's unnatural. And, I'm not shitting on it because I used that. Like, that was a big part in my transition. But once I became aware of the truth, then, like, at that point, it's like, okay, I want to get off of this. I want to leave this alone. This is unnatural. And I'm not going to debate about it, but I'm fully persuaded that it's not healthy, despite the number of people who have, claimed to have, reversed diseases on juice. I just say it's unhealthy because it's unnatural. Nature didn't give us fruit juice. Period. I don't need research. I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say about it. I don't need statistics. I don't need data. I don't need none of that. It's unnatural. Period. And I noticed like Yaki is starting to speak out against juice. And Yaki is one of the people who claimed that he was struggling with a lot of shit. Had a heart attack at like 21. He had a lot of fucking health issues. And he said that he healed them all going on. It wasn't just a juice fast. I think he did like a juice fast for like 120 days. But it was also herbs that he took in conjunction with the juice. But he did that for 120 days. He said he healed every fucking thing. Right? But like even he is speaking out against it now. Like he wasn't speaking out against it before, but he's starting to speak out against it now. And he's like slowly, like taking a new position on it. It's unnatural, man. Why? I need more light. Hold on. Holla. It's kind of dark in here. That's a little better. But yeah, so juicing is easy. That's easy. I could do that all day. Stopping juicing was harder than juicing. Like I went through it trying to not drink juice anymore. So, and Tracy, she was one of the people that was addicted to it, because I remember she was saying, like she literally said this before the new year started, that come New Year, she was gonna try to not drink juice and just eat fruit in its natural state. She never even tried it. That shit is addictive. And I know other people who have tried to stop drinking juice, just recognizing the truth that it's unnatural. Can't do it. Well, I ain't gonna say they can't do it, but I'm just saying, like, I've known of others who have tried and then they just went right back to juice. That shit is addictive because it's unnatural. Fruit, eating the whole fruit is not addictive. Oh shit, hold up. I gotta let me go on here and start this on Instagram. But yeah, eating the whole fruit is not addictive. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Drinking the juice is. So it is what it is. Hey, I don't give a fuck what Yaki or anybody else, no disrespect to him, but I don't give a fuck what anybody recommend. I look at what nature recommend. I don't give a fuck about what people recommend. If what they're saying is not in alignment with nature, I don't give a fuck about what they're saying. I'm not even listening. You can worship Yaki if you want. That's on you. I looked at nature. That's why I do things that nobody else is doing. That's why I'm living a lifestyle that nobody else is living. Because everybody's listening to everybody else and nobody's looking to see what nature is teaching us. That's why motherfuckers dying by the billions, suffering all these diseases and shit. That's why motherfuckers eating animals and shit. That's why motherfuckers stink and bodies just riddled with cancer and heart disease and diabetes, all kind of fucking diseases, because everybody's listening to everybody else. If a motherfucker got on a white coat, most people are just gonna listen to them. Period. If a motherfucker's got on a suit and tie, most people are just gonna listen to him. If a motherfucker got a paper, in a frame hanging up on the wall, most people are just gonna listen to him. If a motherfucker got a microscope, got a degree, whatever, educate, I don't give a title, whatever. Most people are just gonna listen to him just because of that and ignore everything that nature is teaching them. You do that shit if you want. I look to nature. What is nature teaching? That's all I care about. Hey, congratulations, Kofre. Congratulations on 30 days. 30 days of just watermelon juice. That's it? Nothing else? Ali, you are blowing up the comments. Why don't you just come see me? Because you just want my attention so bad. Why don't you just come see me? I'll make sure to have plenty of deodorant here just for you. What's natural about a dry fast? What fruit have I eaten today? Durian. I started off the day with a durian. I had durian. I gotta count this as food or nutrition. So I was outside, I was sunbathing, eating durian, and grounding. All of that at one time. And then I just kind of like went to sleep outside, just baking in the sun and just absorbing them nutrients from the sun, from the earth, and from the durian. I've had watermelon. I just finished eating some pecans. I believe that's everything. That's everything. I've had durian, I've had pecans, I've had watermelon. You're doing a lot of thinking, Kofre. Like, what do you actually know, though? What do you actually know? You making decisions just based off of what you think? I don't know how to say your name. Fourth. Oh, I got it. Fourth and fit. What's up, fourth and fit? For a minute, I had no idea how to say your name. What's up, Keisha? Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do a watermelon washout. I don't see me doing one this year. But I mean, I kind of thought about it a little, just a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see me like doing one. Bobby might have one. I don't know what Bobby got going on. He might have something going on though. I know he got the unbig. I think he got the boot camp. I know he got the boot camp. I don't know if he still got the unbig your back challenge. Um, yeah. So fasting is you said dry fasting? How long do you dry fast for? That is supposed to be a really powerful method of healing. But I don't know. But how long do you dry fast for? Yeah, you gotta try durian if you haven't, man. Like if you could get durian, you gotta try it. It's sheesh. I don't know. It's not a guarantee that you'll like it. Like you might not like it. Some I love it. It's amazing. It is amazing. Dry fast for 3 days maximum, no longer. Hey, if you seeing benefits from it, salute to you. I know they have like fasting retreats where you like dry fast for like 30 days and you just lay in bed all day. Well, I don't know if they're, I don't know. I don't know if they're dry fasts. I don't know. Like, it might be. It's either dry fast or water fast, one of the two. And, at these retreats, they just kind of lay in bed all day, because the idea being to conserve as much energy as possible for healing. So, ideally, you don't want to go to work. You don't want to do nothing if you're dry fasting, like to heal a disease. Ideally, you don't want to do nothing, like as little as possible. That's why there's people that go to these retreats and just get away from everything so they don't have to go to work. They don't have any like household duties or anything. And they're dedicating that time solely to healing. Oh, that's what's up. Fourth and fifth. That's what's up. What's up, freelancer? I ain't gonna even try to pronounce that first part. Yeah, I'm good, freelancer. Oh wow. That's you doing it right, Kofri. Kofri, you doing it right. So what have you experienced? Like what kind of benefits have you experienced since you've been doing that? What's up, happily married? I just did another podcast too with a guy from Ghana that should be, I don't know, should be ready soon. Yeah, that Misfit Vegan one is, man, that's, how did you find that? That's old. And yeah, that other podcast you talking about, the Rosa Report. Yeah, I did let him slide with some things, like, but I didn't want to, I don't know. I let him get some shit up. Like, I let him slide with some things that I feel like you know, I'm learning with, it's kind of new to me. But yeah. It was a good podcast though. I enjoyed doing it. And I got him like in alignment, with, like, my only issue in that podcast was how much he was calling things that are not food. That was my only issue. Like, it was just, he was saying it so much. It was really disturbing me. And I just, when I got a chance, I went in and I just started explaining that this shit is not food. People think this shit is food. This shit is not food. And from there on, from what I remember, he didn't refer to any of this, bullshit, this processed junk, the animal. He didn't refer to any of those things as food anymore. So, but man, to just, it was really hard to, like, for me to just listen to him call things that are not food, and then blame food for the diseases, and blame food for addictions, and blame food for all these, for he was saying, like, people use food to, how did he say that? He said something about, I don't remember how he said it, but it was good what he said. And I knew what he was saying, but it was just like, you're not talking about food though. Like, food doesn't do those things. And it's just, most people just don't know how to make that distinction between what food is and what food isn't. And I guess I just understand it better than most people do. And sheesh, it was really hard listening to that. So, but after, I was able to jump in and say what, I needed to say. It went in the whole thing, like, it went in a different direction. And he agreed with me, as most people do agree with me. It's just, they're still like, so it's just so ingrained in people's minds that all of this processed shit is food, that animals is food, even if they call it bad food or junk food, which, like, is no such thing of bad food. There's no such thing of junk food. If it's bad, it's not food. If it's junk, it's not food. If it's addictive, it's not food. If it was made by a man, it's not food. If it was murdered, if he or she was murdered in a slaughterhouse, that is not food. On and on. Like, food doesn't have a gender. Food doesn't have a penis. Food doesn't have a vagina. Food doesn't have blood circulating throughout their veins. You know, food doesn't have a heart, it doesn't have lungs, doesn't have kidneys, doesn't have a stomach, doesn't have a digestive system. Food doesn't have eyes. Food doesn't have fur. Food doesn't have ears, a nose, a mouth. Food doesn't have teeth. Doesn't have artificial flavors. Food doesn't have artificial colors or artificial preservatives. Food doesn't have ingredients. Food doesn't cause disease. Food is not addictive. Food is not what's making people sick. Food is not making people overweight, obese. Food is not why people have cancer or diabetes, on and on. So it's like when I say that, like most people agree, but when they talk, it's so ingrained in them that it's just food. They're not making that distinction. So they still call all this bullshit, all this man-made bullshit food. And I have to correct them. I have to say something. And it's shocking to me that it's like I'm the only one doing that. It's like I'm the only one that's just saying this is not food. No, it's not bad food. It's not junk. It's not food at all. I don't know of anybody else saying that. You know, and it needs to be said over and over and over and over and over. Anytime someone calls things that are not food and blames food for their problems or issues or disease or anything, something needs to be said. They need to be corrected. Food didn't make you sick. Poison made you sick. You're sick because you were not eating food. You're sick. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What's up, James? What's up, RJ? What's up, Eternal Dreamer? Hey, thanks, Happily Married. That was a good podcast. Like I've listened to that podcast. If any of you, let me see. I'm about to put a little ticker on here. This, like, I'm not even just saying this. I'm not saying this because I was in it. Because it was a really great podcast. The host, Michael Rosa, he asked some really great questions. So let me see if I could stop for a minute and let me create it. Oh, here we go. So Okay. There y'all go. If you want to check out that podcast that I did, I just did it what was it, like last week? Last Sunday. I did it last Sunday, not this past Sunday, but Sunday before that. It was a good podcast. It really is a good podcast. And if you check it out, like this is on his platform, I shared it to my YouTube channel too, but if you like podcasts, apparently it's on all podcast streaming platforms. If you want to see the video, it's on YouTube. It was good. I enjoyed I enjoyed talking with him. And he's vegan. He's already vegan, and he said he's like high fruit. So yeah, that was a good one. What's wrong with bread, nuts, seeds, and herbs? Well, bread is not food. Nuts, seeds, or fruits. Herbs, I don't really, like I'm just whatever I put in my body, whatever I eat, whatever I consume, it has to be in its natural state, in its raw natural state. That's where I'm at with it. And the herbs that we have today are not in their raw natural state. I'm just talking about me. I'm not saying anything's wrong with the herbs. I'm just talking about me. I would maybe try, some different herbs if I could get the fresh herb and eat it. Personally, I don't like the idea of drying out the herb and then, turning it into like a powder or, something like that. And then, putting in a tea bag or whatever and making tea with it. I'm just talking about me. I would definitely be open to trying herbs if like I said, I could get them fresh and just eat them. And then, like also, again, I don't know. Again, I'm gonna say this, but it's not natural. If you gotta boil water and all this stuff to consume it, I'm not trying to discourage you. I don't care what you do. You can take herbs if you want. Like, I took a lot of herbs earlier in my transition. A lot of herbs. I used to make my own pills. I used to take sea moss, bladderwrack, burdock root. I used to go to the Asian market, which is like an Asian pharmacy, is what it is. And all they have in there, well, like 90%, I say about 85% of what they have in there is just herbs. And I would go in there, like I was going in there like regularly and buying just different herbs and making tea. And I did that for a little while. Like I said, I was making my own pills, and then I had also I used to have a subscription for sea moss, bladderwrack, and burdock root pills and all of these things. I used to be really big on that. And personally, I can't say I benefited in any way from any of that. And then I realized that I didn't even like the way the shit tastes. And, anytime I had a tea, I had to add something to it just so I could drink it. And like when I became aware of that, it's like, why are you drinking it? and it didn't make sense to me anymore to do it. Fruit is everything you need. Period. You don't need herbs. If you want to take them, that's on you. That's fine. That's none of my business. I don't care. I have nothing to do with that. What I'm saying though is you don't need them. There is nothing in an herb that's not in a fruit. There's nothing that herbs can give you that fruit can't give you. Fruits are not lacking in any area. So, it's all about the fruit for me. I don't own nothing else. But, again, like I've probably tried everything. Like I've been through so many just phases in my journey. There's not much that I haven't tried. The only thing that comes to mind that I haven't really tried is duck flour. Duck flour and like parasite cleanse. Like I've never done parasite cleanses. So those are the only two things that come to mind that I could, that I haven't done. Like I've been on my journey for a while. And I've experimented with so many different things, just in the name of being healthy. So, yeah. I just, raw and natural. Like when I look, like I was saying earlier, I learned from nature. I don't give a fuck about what people say. I'm looking to see what nature says. And if you cannot find it in nature, that means it's unnatural. And if it's unnatural, it shouldn't be in your body. Simple as that. That's my position on it. You could disagree with it. I don't give a fuck. That's where I'm at. That's how I live. And that's it. So if you can't show it to me in nature, it's not going in my body. What's up, John? John Mohammed? How did I change your view on living? What's up, Dream Realm? Welcome to the live. I don't remember seeing you before. What's up, Summer? When you talk about like processed fruit is everything, that's right. I don't know how to say your name. G Mueller. And what the fuck do that say? Ear? Do that say ear mongo? But yeah, like when it comes to, like when you talk about, well, there's no such thing of processed food. Like this processed junk is not food. And, I was saying this for a little while, but when it comes like juicing, like I am the juicer. When I bite into a piece of fruit, my body extracts the juice, sends it where it needs to go, and then I continue to chew up the rest of the fruit, and my body extracts those nutrients that it needs from, the rest of the fruit, sends that where it needs to go, and then the waste is eliminated out of the shoot. Like juicers, it's like juicers, and like they're modeled after our bodies. You put a fruit in and it has these blades that operate like teeth, and they chew the fruit up. And as it's chewing the fruit up, juice is extracted. Just like when we chew the fruit up, juice is extracted. But the only difference is, in a juicer, as the blades are chewing the fruit up, the juice is extracted, and that goes over here. And then the rest of the fruit goes over here. And the rest of the fruit is considered junk, waste, trash. That's disrespectful. It's like as if the only good part of the fruit was the juice. I can't live like that, man. When we eat the fruit, we are the juicer. We are the food processor. We chew the food up. We chew the fruit up like the blades. We extract everything the body needs. The body uses it all. And then the waste is discarded. Our asshole is like the chute on the juicer where the waste cup goes. That's our asshole. That's where the pulp or the waste comes out at. And the toilet is the waste cup. Same thing with processing. Processing is like another word for digesting. But when people eat things that machines digested or processed, all of those nutrients, whatever nutrients were in it at one point, they're all gone. Because the nutrients are just going into a machine. It can't use nutrients. We are the processors, not machines. Machines shouldn't be processing what we eat for us. Once it's processed, like that's not food anymore. Once it's been processed, it's not food. I mean, it's like the equivalent of if you were to chew something up and swallow it and then throw it up. That's basically what all this processed shit is. We are the processors. We eat, our bodies process it or digest it, extracts the nutrients, and eliminates the waste. Machines are doing what we're supposed to be doing. But none of that shit is food anyway, though. So yeah, none of that shit is food. I've never used coconut oil like that. I use coconut oil for oil pulling. That's it. I have put it in my hair like in the past. I have. Like I just remembered that I've used I haven't used it enough to know. So I can't really speak on it. But hey, it sounds like if you getting benefits from it, that's what's up. Yeah, I don't eat prunes. I don't know why prunes don't resonate with me. I've eaten prunes before and they're good. I like them. They just don't, for some reason, they just don't resonate. Like nothing in me wants to buy prunes, so I don't. Okay. Well, you're new to me, Dream Realm, because although you may have been watching like silently, I was never aware that you were watching. So, but yeah, that's good to know. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, John, that'll do. You keep if you John, if you just eat food and nothing else, that diabetes will disappear. You won't have diabetes no more. You have diabetes because you weren't eating food. So, like, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. Just eat food. That's it. It's just that simple. You just stop poisoning your body and you just eat food and nothing else, which that's what it's supposed to be anyway, right? We're supposed to eat food and nothing else. Right? It's just that people don't know what food is anymore. So that's why, like, I'm just really big on letting people know what food is and what food isn't. And when I hear people calling things food that are not food and blaming food for things that food didn't do, I got to say something. I got to speak on it. Nuts are fruit. I don't know how to say your name, Cobb. I'm just going to say your last name. I don't know how to say the rest of that. But yeah, nuts are fruits. Nuts are fruits. What's up, Monica? That's so great to read that you are still going. You are still going. I am happy that you haven't given up. How about dates? Yeah, I fuck with dates for sure. My favorite date is Sakari dates. Them the only ones I eat now. I stopped eating the Deglet dates. I never really liked the Medjool dates. The Sakari dates, if you have never had Sakari dates, you have to try those. They are the best dates I've ever had. I've even had the dates that are like they have a date that I really don't trust because it don't look right, but I used to eat them. These dates that are wrapped in like coconut, they have like shreds of coconut. Like on the outside of it's just like covered in shreds of coconut. Those are really good. But the date on the inside doesn't look like a date to me. So I don't know. Like I looked at the ingredients and all it said was dates and coconut. I didn't trust it. So I just stopped eating them, but they were really good. But even the Sakari dates are way better than those two. Sheesh, them Sakari dates are, yeah. If you haven't, the only place I know that sells Sakari dates is Whole Foods. Like here, I'm in Cleveland. Like locally, that's the only place I've ever seen them. I haven't seen them at no other store, no other market. All of the stores, all of the markets, they all have the Medjool dates. They all have the Deglet dates. The only place I've seen with the Sakari dates is Whole Foods. Other than that, like for me, like I'd have to get them online, which I thought about doing just to buy them like in bulk. Just thinking that would be better. Be like, it would make more economical sense. But yeah, them dates go hard. Watermelon has come into season in England. Right on. How's the watermelon tasting? Zach, it's on the screen. The podcast is on the screen. I called it an interview, but oh no, it's on the screen, Zach. Yeah, like some of y'all, like y'all might like Michael Rosa because he's he's just on a different level. Like being a vegan. I don't know, man. Like I'm just really high up there. I'm just really high up there. Like on the whatever totem pole, whatever. I'm way up there. So some of what I say may just be too much. And there's levels in this journey. And so depending on where you are in your journey, like you could benefit from listening to somebody like him who's just not as high up as I am. Because I know like the things that I talk about, there was just, earlier stages in my journey. If I heard someone talking about those things, I don't know. I don't know how I would have received that. Like, I don't know if I'd have been able to receive it. Like I don't drink anything. So if you listen to me talk about that, like that could be a little much. Like I don't drink water. I don't drink anything. Just not drinking water could be a bit much, because everybody believes you're supposed. I mean, most people believe you're supposed to drink water. Most people don't understand that we are not drinking animals. So you may need to listen to somebody else that's just not that high up, that talks about juicing and drinking water and things like that. I don't know. I'm just I just feel like if I like earlier in my journey, if I was like, especially like when I was juicing, drinking juice and stuff, and I heard somebody say that, like what I say now about juicing, I'm not sure how I would have responded to that. I don't know. It might have been a little much. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, check it out. It's like I said, it's a great podcast or great interview. It was a great interview. I'm only speaking on mine. I can't speak on any of his other, but he just had a podcast come out that talks about red light therapy. So talks about all kind of different things. I mean, essentially, we're like on the same path. Like we want the same things. So, um, it's just different approaches to some degree. In a lot of ways, I feel like, or in definitely in a few ways, a good amount of ways, I feel like we're on the same page with a lot of things. So oh, that's what's up. Earmon Golfer. Is that how you say your name? Earmon Golfer. How often do I work out? Um, I just started back working out today. I just created this workout and I'm feeling pretty excited about it. Like I was doing body weight workouts and I was my most consistent when I was doing body weight workouts. When I started, incorporating weights and just different things and like essentially making my workouts more complicated, you know, adding like dumbbells, adding kettlebells, adding the suspension straps. Um, I maintained it for a little while, but I'm just drawn to simplicity. So I'm back. I just created a workout yesterday and I did it today for the first time. And it's all body weight. And I'm sure I'll tweak it. I tweaked it today while I was doing it. But it hits everything. I'm about to read it to you. It's the workout I did today. So I'm probably gonna do this. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do it every day yet. But I don't know. We'll see. But so the workout that I just came up with is 20 squats, 20 push-ups, 25 mountain climbers, 25-second wall sit, 60-second plank, 10 lunges, like each side, 20 hanging knee raises, 12 pull-ups, 12 dips. And so those are the exercises. Like I do those with no rest in between sets. And then I guess you could say that's a circuit. So at the end of that, then there's a 1 minute rest. And I repeat that entire circuit for 3 rounds. So I did that for the first time today and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I still may add some kettlebells in there because the idea is to work the entire body in one workout. So, and I just got a brand new kettlebell. I just got that Bowflex kettlebell. That bitch was $100 and I love it. I love it. So I'm going to definitely incorporate some kettlebell, at least one kettlebell exercise in there. And so, like I've tweaked those numbers today, like, because a lot of things that's 20 and 25 was 50. And I had to bring it down. I had to bring it down. Um, but the more I do these, because it's been a while since I worked out. It's been at least 3 weeks since I've worked out. So as I get back into like the groove, then those numbers are gonna go up. But yeah, I'm planning on doing that workout tomorrow. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it yet though. And like that's not even all I did. When I was at my son's game, I was working out there because I would take the dog for a walk, like around the park and everything. And I was doing like push-ups and shit on the bench. I was doing incline push-ups, decline push-ups, and then tricep push-ups just on the bench. So I got it in today. When's the last time you drank bottled water? Yeah, calisthenics is that's where it's at. Calisthenics is where it's at. The last time I drank bottled water. Well, let me see. I don't think it's been over 2 years. It's been over 2 years since now I will say this, like in that 2 years, there was one evening I was working out and I felt really just dehydrated. And I didn't have any fruit here, like any hydrating fruits. All I had was dry fruits. And so I tried drinking some water. I could not do it. What's interesting? And I buy water for my son. My son he likes drinking water. And so, I got the 5-gallon reusable containers. And so I buy water for him. I buy water for my sauna, and it's it's called deionized water, which is basically the equivalent of distilled water. And so like I've been buying that for a while and I tried to drink some of that. Now this is supposed to be as pure as water gets. Like there's supposed to be nothing in this water, just pure water. And I tasted some shit in that water. Like I felt it, not tasted it, but I felt it. Like, I don't know. It was like the water was really gritty. Like when I tried drinking it and like when I would swallow, it just felt so gritty. And I drank the water, like I tried drinking it because I wanted to get through that workout so bad. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I just thought that was really interesting that the water felt gritty to me. So that's the only time I've tried to drink water in 2 years. And I couldn't do it. No, it didn't make me feel like I had to throw up. It was just oh man, it was just horrible. It's like, what the fuck am I drinking? Like, what is in this water? Like I could feel it in my throat. I didn't like it. Mm-mm. So, I just make sure I don't run out of hydrating fruits. which really, like for the most part, I don't even like get thirsty when I work out. Like I don't have anything to drink with me. Well, I don't drink anyway, but I'm just saying like how, like most people have a bottle with something in it to drink while they're working out, whether it's juice or water, like whatever it is, some type of supplement drink, whatever it is. Most people usually have a bottle of something with them to sip on while they work out. I don't have anything. Like at most, I've had fruit. I've eaten fruit while working out, and that's how I hydrate. There's been times, let me see, I want to say that I've had grapes with me while working out before. And, if I felt like I was thirsty, I just eat some grapes, you know. Um, but yeah, like for the most part though, I can go through a workout and I'm straight. Like I don't need nothing. Oh, yeah, I don't drink any water. I don't drink anything. I don't drink anything at all. I don't drink juice or water or tea. I don't drink anything at all. I haven't, it's been about 60 days since I've had a drink of anything. Oh, no, damn. Wait a minute. Shit. It's been 188 days. I haven't had a drink of water. Well, it's been over 2 years since I've drank water, but I haven't had a drink of anything at all in 188 days. I didn't know it was that long. What is that? That's like 6 months, ain't it? 30? Let me see. 30. Yeah, that's like 6 months. So, yeah. Yep. What's up about that? Oh, man, I got this video coming out, man. I got this video coming out. I dropped this post today. It's so powerful. It is so powerful. It's talking about getting old. And it's talking about there is no such thing of old people. It's so powerful. And it was inspired. What inspired it is when I was at my son's game today, there was like a mob of people that came up to the park to play this game called Bocce or something like that. I don't know. But it was just a lot of people. A lot of what most people would refer to as old people. It was probably like 50, probably about 30 of them. I'd say about 30. And they were having they were all coming to play this game. And I'm just looking at them. One lady I started talking to, and I was asking her about the game because I had never seen that game before. I didn't know what it was, what they're doing. So I was asking her about it. And yeah. So, but as I was just watching them, I just realized that there's no such thing of old people. And I don't even want to say too much about it because I don't want to spoil the video. But it's such a powerful truth. If you watch this video, like if you get this, and it's like really, it becomes a party, like this truth it'll change your life. It will change your life in so many ways. Like you'll just start seeing things so much, so differently. Like it's powerful. It's powerful. So I'm probably gonna make the video tomorrow. If you follow me on Facebook, you can see the post on there. You can see the post on there. But I'm gonna make a video of it. Man, powerful, powerful truth. So yeah, I'll probably make the video tomorrow, upload it. It'll probably be published like sometime this week. I mean, I share a lot of shit that can change your life, but this one is really like, whoa. It's oh man, it's such an eye opener. It'll have you looking at life totally different, looking at people, like everything just totally different. So yeah. And that's all I'm gonna say about that, because I don't wanna ruin it. I don't know what you talking to. You talking to me, fourth and fifth. Yep. So I'm about to get off of here, y'all. unless somebody got a question or something that you want me to answer real quick before I get off of here, or if you got like something you just want me to comment on or anything. This is it, because I am about to get off it. Oh man, I should have had it on this one the whole time. I like that. That's a nice and cool light. But yeah, because I say, I did get on here a little late. But yeah, so that's it, y'all. If y'all don't got nothing else, about to get off of here. It was great, man. Dream Realm, like you just went from not commenting at all to having a lot to say. How much sleep do I get? I don't know. I don't know, Zach. I be staying up. I be staying up like pretty late. So one morning I slept to like, I think I slept to like 10 o'clock. This morning I slept till like 8. But like I said, I be up pretty late. I be up, until the next day. So like it's about to be 10:30. I'll probably be up until tomorrow. So I've been sleeping good though. Like my sleep on the floor has been amazing. Like the sleep is good when you say like you in the bed and you wake up and you're like laying sideways or something. That was some good sleep. When you're like facing sideways and that's some good sleep. I woke up on the floor like I woke up like, damn, I was sleeping good. Like I'm almost knocking plants over. So since I've been sleeping on the floor, my sleep is just, man, it's great now. Like I'm all the way used to sleeping on the floor. It's comfortable now. Like in the beginning of sleeping on the floor, it was tough. But I knew I was supposed to be doing it. So like it didn't even matter really how hard it was to get used to it. But in the beginning, man, like especially like that first night, I just tossed and turned all night, all morning. Like I was just constantly waking up trying to get comfortable. And I mean, now like for a while, it's not just now, like just recent, before a while, I'm sleeping all the way through, unless I got to use the bathroom. That's the only reason I've been getting up. I sleep good. So I don't know how long I sleep though. But yeah. I like lately I've been watching YouTube and been watching these they're like interrogations. I've been really on this lately. But just different videos of killers. And they're usually kids. Like 16, 17, like kids that killed somebody. And so, the video it just shows the process of, the police, the detectives, whoever, talking with the person. And they deny killing anybody. Like the whole fucking video, they're denying, the crime. And like I'll be like, well, maybe they didn't fucking do it. But then at the end of the video, like the narrator, he'll come on and he'll talk about how, the person confessed to the crime. Like at some point they finally confessed to the crime, and they got sentenced with, like whatever their sentence was. But I be up watching shit like that. That's some of what I've been watching. The other shit I watch is more beneficial. That's like, I don't know. It's just interesting to me. It's just interesting to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just interesting. I don't know. But yeah, so I'll be up. I'll be up late. Well, it was great having you comment, Dream Realm. So I hope so. I hope so. I'm on every Monday, in case you don't know. I'm on. I mean, that's what I'm doing now. That's what I've been doing since the New Year, New Me challenge ended. I've been coming on every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hop on, check me out, say what's up. Yeah, Summer, it is. It is. Like, and then the narrator, he'll be breaking shit down and explaining to you what just happened, because I'm just listening. I'm not even recognizing that the detective is using strategies, like asking specific questions and looking for specific answers. And like it's like a science to all of it. And I just totally miss it. And then the narrator come on and explain what just happened, why the detective asked that specific question, and if the suspect was innocent, they would have responded like this. But since they responded like this, a different way, that like just it shows you that that person is guilty. And I just be like, whoa, I missed all of that. So yeah, it's very interesting. It's interesting too how these kids think they're just like so smart. They can see, like these kids, they come in, they've, one, you're only 16 or 17 years old, right? The person interrogating you, the person questioning you has been, in that line of work longer than you've been alive. Like they've been talking to killers and longer than you've been alive. So it's just interesting how they, like these kids, think they can outsmart these detectives, which is one. And then two, like the ones that I've been watching, it's like they already have enough evidence to prove them guilty. So it's like, we already know you did it. We just trying to get your side. And so it's just, it's so interesting to me. What's up, Jeremy? I don't eat coconut. I don't eat coconut at all. That's too much work, man. That's too much work. That motherfucker ain't that good. Try to crack that motherfucker open. I'm good. Nah. I don't have to go through all that. Do you think eating just fruit? I don't think eating just fruit has cleansed the body. I know it has. Yeah, you can shut up, RJ. You can shut the fuck up. You can get the fuck off the live. That's what you could do. Dumbass. Yeah, coconut is too much work, man. Like, but I have like, since being on my journey, I have cracked open a coconut. I've eaten the coconut. I've drank the liquid, the coconut water, whatever you want to call it. From I've had the baby coconuts and the brown coconut. I've eaten some of the baby coconut. I don't think I've eaten any of the brown coconut. And I didn't like the water in the brown coconut, but I like the water in the baby coconut, which was it. Like, to me, it's still like an acquired taste. Like, I didn't love it like that, but I could drink it. But like the first time I bought a coconut, I literally was using power tools trying to get inside of it. And it's like, maybe I'm just not supposed to be eating this motherfucker, because I have a drill, like a real drill with a drill bit that I use for drilling through steel, drilling through this coconut just so I can stick a straw in it. I'm not, man. Fuck that. I am not doing all of that. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. But I have tried it. The coconut, I was surprised that, the coconut, like the coconut meat was okay. It wasn't horrible. It was okay. But I couldn't eat it. Like, I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it that much to eat it again. Like, I never ate it again after that. So yeah. But yep. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. You all, like, thanks for coming on, hanging out. It was great talking to y'all. Great reading y'all comments and everything. And you all have a great evening, and I will talk to y'all soon.